His real name is Marshall Mathers, but you probably know him as Eminem. He's the biggest selling artist of the past decade, earning 13 Grammys, 1 Oscar, and mountains of criticism for lyrics that are as profane as they are poetic. Eminem's life story is an extraordinary tale of success against all odds, a story he rarely talks about, and one we first told you about last October. Back then, we met up with Eminem in his hometown, Detroit, in order to find out how a white kid who never made it past the 9th grade was able to propel himself to the top of a predominantly African-American art form. When Eminem stepped out of the shadows last summer in Detroit in front of 40,000 people, it was a triumphant comeback for a superstar who had all but disappeared. Now 38 and sober, after struggling with addiction for 5 years, he has the energy and intensity of a boxer. A fighter trying to win from the crowd one simple thing.
Respect.
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 He's been fighting since he was a kid, living on the rough side of Detroit's 8 Mile, the road dividing the white suburbs from the mostly black city. 8 Mile's also the title of the critically acclaimed movie Eminem starred in. His character based largely on himself, an aspiring white rapper with a dead-end job, a troubled mother, and a dream of escaping his bleak life.
I mean, you still come back here?
Yeah.
To understand how Eminem got to where he is today, you need to know where he came from. Not just a broken home, but a series of them. Raised by a single mom, they lived hand to mouth, on and off welfare, constantly moving from one place to another.
So you had to change schools every couple months?
Yeah, I would change schools 2-3 times a year, and that was probably the roughest part.
The roughest and most formative. He was a shy kid in tough public schools and was frequently bullied.
You got beat up a lot as a kid?
Yeah, there was a lot of instances that I would.
You got beat up coming home from school?
Beat up in the bathroom, beat up in the hallways, just for the most part, man, just being the new kid.
He discovered rap as a teenager, and in its tough talk and street smart sound, found his voice. After dropping out of high school, he began competing in local rap battles depicted in the movie. One-on-one verbal fights where the goal was to come up with the cleverest rhymes and the best insults.
Man, a dog, you embarrassed? This guy's a gangster? His real name's Clarence.
Hip-hop has always been about, I'm better than you with this and I'm better than you with that. And I finally found something that, yeah, this kid over here, he may have more chicks, like he may have better clothes or whatever, but he can't do this like me. You know what I mean? He can't write what I'm writing right now. And it started to feel like, maybe Marshall's getting a little respect.
That respect was hard won. He was often the only white guy competing in underground clubs like this one.
Did you feed off the fact that people maybe underestimated you or didn't respect you early on?
Definitely. I think that, there was certainly like a rebellious, like youthful rage kind of in me. And there was also, the fact of the no getting away from fact that I am white, and this is predominantly black music, and people telling me you don't belong, like you're not going to succeed because you're this color. Then you want to show those people that, that you can and you will.
Ever since Eminem broke out from the underground and into the mainstream in 1999, he's amazed audiences and critics alike with his ability to tell stories through music.
Just gonna stand there, watch me burn.
And rapid-fire wordplay. Listen to the lyrics of many of his early songs, and you do get the feeling his music has been a painfully public way of settling scores, including with his mother and his father, who left him when he was 6 months old.
I never knew him, so...
You never met him since?
Never met him, never knew him.
Do you want to, or...?
I don't know. Some people ask me that. I don't think I do. I can't understand how, if my kids moved to the edge of the earth, I'd find them. No doubt in my mind. No money, no nothing. If I had nothing, I'd find my kids. So there's no excuse. There's no excuse.
One more time.
Eminem may be fiercely protective of his kids, but he's been accused of being harmful to just about everybody else's. The language he's used in songs sparked protests and accusations that he promoted violence against women and gays. He's been branded a misogynist and a homophobe.
I felt like I was being attacked.
Like you were being singled out.
I was being singled out, and I felt like, is it because of the color of my skin? Is it because of that you're paying more attention? Is it because there's certain rappers that do and say the same things that I'm saying?
And for, some parent who's listening to this and says, well, my kid hears you calling somebody bitch or using the F word and starts to use it themselves. Do you feel a sense of responsibility?
I feel like it's your job to parent them. If you're the parent, be a parent. You know what I mean? I'm a parent. I have daughters. I mean, how would I really sound as a person, like walking around my house, Bitch, pick this up. You know what I mean? Like I don't.
That's not how you are in your real life.
Profanity around my house, no. But this is music. This is my art. This is what I do.
'Cause I am whatever you
Say I am.
If I wasn't, then why would I?
Say I am.
Despite the controversy, or maybe because of it, he's sold more than 80 million albums worldwide. But he admits he's had a hard time adjusting to all the attention.
Then why would I?
Say I am.
For much of his career, he was high during performances and eventually became addicted to Vicodin, Valium, and Ambien. In December of 2007, he overdosed, collapsing in the bathroom of his home.
You almost died.
Yeah, definitely.
How close do you think you were to dying?
They said 2 hours. If I would have got to the hospital 2 hours later, that would have been it. Because my organs, everything, my kidneys, everything were failing. Everything was shutting down.
He's been sober nearly 3.5 years now, but has had to teach himself how to write again, rap again, and even how to perform, as he told us hours before a Detroit concert promoting his album called Recovery.
So this is your first U.S. stadium concert that you're sober?
Yeah. Yep.
Do you ever, when you look out, and you see 40,000 people and they're all singing your songs,
It's crazy.
Where you go, I'm leaving you. No, you ain't.
I'm not afraid.
His songs are still deeply personal, but some of the hard-edged anger has softened. In his new song, Not Afraid, he offers a hand to those in need.
You say, everybody come take my hand, we'll walk this road together. 10 years ago, could you have imagined yourself rapping something like that?
Probably not. I don't want to go overboard with it, but I do feel like that if I can help people that have been through a similar situation, then, why not?
If you feel like you